You can be 30 years old and already have the biology of someone in their 50s, and you would feel completely fine. That's the part most people don't understand. Your body does not age evenly. It doesn't send alerts when one system starts breaking down faster than the others. It compensates, it adapts, it hides the damage. And it can do that for years, right up until it can't anymore. Chronological age is just a number on a calendar. Biological age is what actually decides how long you live. Two people born on the same day can age at radically different speeds. One body stays resilient, responsive, and efficient. The other silently accumulates wear at the cellular level, even while looking healthy on the outside. The difference has nothing to do with motivation, discipline, or genetics alone. It has to do with how fast specific systems inside your body are deteriorating and which ones fail first. Your organs do not age together. Your brain, your arteries, your muscles, your immune system, and your metabolism each run on their own clock. You can have the lungs of a 25-year-old, the muscles of a 40-year-old, and the blood vessels of a 60-year-old, all at the same time. And you won't feel that mismatch until one of those systems crosses a threshold where compensation is no longer possible. This is why people are blindsided by sudden health collapses. They weren't sudden at all. The damage was just invisible. Modern medicine has trained us to track symptoms instead of systems: pain, fatigue, shortness of breath. But biological aging doesn't start with symptoms. It starts with efficiency loss. Cells become slower to repair. Tissues respond less effectively to stress. Hormonal signals weaken. Inflammation lingers longer than it should. None of this feels dramatic until it compounds. Think of your body like a machine with multiple components aging at different rates. As long as the strongest parts can compensate for the weakest ones, everything seems fine. But compensation is not healing. It is borrowed time. And borrowed time always comes with interest. What makes this especially dangerous is that many habits people believe are healthy can accelerate aging in specific systems while improving others. You can exercise regularly and still age your nervous system too fast. You can eat clean and still age your metabolism prematurely. You can sleep enough hours and still fail to enter the deep repair states that slow biological decline. In this video, we're not talking about lifespan in theory. We're talking about which systems inside your body are aging you early, how to recognize them before symptoms appear, and why your real age is defined by the weakest link, not the strongest habit. By the end, you'll understand why feeling fine is not the same as aging well, and why most people discover their true biological age only after it's already cost them years they can't get back. Biological aging does not happen evenly. It happens in fragments. Your body is not one system getting older together. It is a collection of independent systems aging at different speeds, under different rules, and reacting to different types of stress. This is why two people with the same lifestyle on the surface can age in completely opposite ways internally. There are 5 core systems that determine your true biological age: your cardiovascular system, your metabolic system, your nervous system, your muscular system, and your immune system. Whichever one deteriorates fastest becomes your limiting factor, the bottleneck that defines how long your body can keep functioning normally. For most people, the first system to age prematurely is not muscles or joints. It is the vascular system. Blood vessels are exposed to constant mechanical stress, inflammation, and glucose spikes. Over time, the inner lining loses elasticity. Oxygen delivery becomes less efficient. The scary part is that this process is silent. You don't feel stiff arteries. You feel fine until blood flow can no longer meet demand. The second system that commonly ages early is metabolism. Cells gradually lose sensitivity to insulin. Energy production becomes inefficient.
Instead of switching smoothly between fuel sources, the body gets stuck. Fat storage increases, inflammation rises, recovery slows. This is why biological aging often shows up as stubborn fatigue and weight gain long before disease appears. Then comes the nervous system. Chronic stress accelerates neural aging faster than almost anything else. When the nervous system remains in a constant state of alert, repair processes are suppressed, sleep becomes less restorative, hormonal rhythms flatten, reaction time, focus, and emotional regulation quietly degrade. This isn't burnout, it's accelerated neuroaging. Muscle aging happens differently. Muscle loss is not about strength alone, it's about signaling. Muscle tissue communicates directly with your metabolism, immune system, and brain. When muscle activity drops below a critical threshold, the body interprets it as reduced survival demand. Repair slows, energy efficiency drops, aging accelerates across multiple systems at once. Finally, there is immune aging. The immune system becomes less precise with time. It overreacts to harmless stimuli and underreacts to real threats. Low-grade inflammation becomes constant. This chronic inflammatory state speeds up aging everywhere: arteries, brain, metabolism, and skin. The key insight is this: biological age is not an average. It is dictated by the fastest aging system, not the healthiest one. You don't age based on what you do best. You age based on what is breaking down first. And most people never measure that. They only discover it after the damage is already advanced.
One of the most dangerous myths in modern health is the idea that anything labeled healthy automatically slows aging. Biology doesn't work that way. Your body does not reward effort, it rewards alignment. Many habits that look productive on the surface can accelerate aging inside specific systems without you realizing it. The problem isn't the habit itself, it's how often, how intensely, and how chronically it is applied. Take chronic endurance exercise. Long sessions of moderate intensity cardio performed daily may improve short-term fitness markers, but over time they can age the nervous and hormonal systems. Constant elevated cortisol suppresses repair signals. Muscle recovery slows. Sleep quality degrades. The body adapts by conserving energy instead of rebuilding. You may feel accomplished, but internally the system shifts toward preservation, not longevity. Extreme calorie restriction is another example. Short periods of controlled energy reduction can activate repair pathways, but prolonged underfueling sends a very different message. The body interprets it as scarcity. Thyroid output drops, sex hormones decline, immune precision weakens. Instead of rejuvenation, the system enters long-term conservation mode. This is not anti-aging, it's survival aging. Sleep disruption is perhaps the most underestimated accelerator. You can eat perfectly and train consistently, but if your sleep architecture is broken, biological age climbs. Deep sleep is where cellular cleanup, DNA repair, and hormonal recalibration occur. When sleep is shallow or fragmented, damage accumulates silently. The brain ages. Blood sugar regulation worsens. Inflammation becomes the baseline. Even psychological habits matter. Constant multitasking, information overload, and unresolved mental stress keep the nervous system activated long after threats are gone. The brain does not distinguish between physical danger and cognitive pressure. Chronic mental stimulation prevents the parasympathetic system from taking control. Repair is postponed. Aging speeds up. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your body ages faster when it feels unsafe. Safety is not comfort. Safety is predictability, recovery, and signal clarity. Longevity is not built by pushing harder. It's built by reducing unnecessary biological noise.
The goal is not maximum output every day. The goal is rhythmic stress followed by deep recovery. People who age well are not the ones who do the most. They are the ones whose bodies spent more time in repair mode than in defense mode. And this brings us to the most important shift of all, understanding how to send the correct signals that tell your body it is safe to slow aging. Because once the body believes survival is secure, it stops rushing toward decline. And that's exactly what we're going to break down next.
By now, the pattern should be clear. Your biological age is not controlled by effort, it is controlled by signals. Your body is constantly asking one question: is it safe to repair, or do I need to defend? When the answer is defense, aging accelerates. When the answer is repair, aging slows, sometimes dramatically. Lowering biological age does not require extreme protocols, expensive supplements, or perfect discipline. It requires consistency in sending the right signals at the right time. The first signal is rhythm. Humans evolved in predictable cycles: light and dark, movement and rest, eating and fasting. When these cycles are chaotic, the body stays alert. When they are stable, repair turns on automatically. Waking, eating, moving, and sleeping at roughly the same times each day creates biological trust. That trust lowers baseline cortisol and allows repair hormones to do their job. The second signal is recovery dominance. Stress itself is not harmful. Unresolved stress is. Short bursts of intensity followed by true recovery stimulate resilience. Chronic stimulation without recovery creates wear. This applies to exercise, work, and even information intake. Your nervous system needs periods where nothing is demanded of it. That is when aging slows. The third signal is metabolic stability. Constant blood sugar spikes and crashes force the body into emergency regulation. Stable energy availability tells the system there is no famine. This does not mean constant eating. It means predictable fueling and sufficient protein to signal abundance. When the body believes resources are available, it invests in maintenance instead of preservation. Sleep remains the strongest anti-aging lever. Deep, uninterrupted sleep is where biological age is negotiated nightly. Growth hormone, cellular cleanup, immune recalibration, and neural repair all depend on it. Improving sleep quality often lowers biological age faster than any other single intervention. Movement also matters, but context matters more. Walking, especially outdoors, communicates safety and forward motion. It calms the nervous system and improves glucose handling without triggering stress responses. Strength training sends a different message. This structure is needed. Muscle is protective tissue. The more you preserve it, the slower you age. Finally, there is perception. The brain is the command center. Chronic threat perception accelerates aging regardless of physical health. Practices that reduce perceived danger, breath control, gratitude, social connection, are not optional extras. They are biological instructions. When oxytocin rises, cortisol falls. When cortisol falls, repair resumes. Here's the key realization. You do not reverse aging by fighting your body. You reverse aging by making it feel safe enough to stop rushing. Your biological age is not fixed. It responds to how you live, how you recover, and how consistently you signal safety. Chronological time moves forward no matter what. Biological time listens. And once you understand that, aging stops being inevitable and starts becoming adjustable.